by Hamas militants.
On October 7th, Palestine terrorist group called Hamas, fighting for Palestine's liberation, launched a military operation called Al-Aqsa Flood against Israel. Thousands of rockets were fired from the Gaza Strip. Armed militants attacked and kidnapped Israeli civilians in a fast, coordinated assault. Attacks by Hamas are nothing new, but this one is the most violent Israel has seen in decades. Israel retaliated with bombing campaigns in the Gaza Strip, injuring civilians. According to Israel's prime minister, this is an outright war.
אנחנו במלחמה. לא במבצע, לא בסבבים, במלחמה.
Why is this happening? The causes lie deep in the roots of the conflict. After World War I, following the collapse of the Ottoman Empire, the region was seized by the British. Soon after, a lot of Jews started moving in this region, at the time called British Palestine. The peace settled between Jews and local Palestinians, but not for long. As more Jews settled in fertile lands, tensions grew and the conflict flared up. To appease both sides, the British partitioned the territory of British Palestine into two states, Israel and Palestine. This decision angered the other Arab states, and in 1948 Israel fought a war during which it seized some of Palestinian territories. In June 1967, another war occurred, commonly known as the Six-Day War, during which Israel occupied all of the remaining Palestinian territories that have remained under Israeli rule ever since, leading to several major uprisings. Life in occupied territories was extremely hard, with no chance of leaving. Israeli military conducting raids to hunt down Hamas operatives and employment in Gaza, reaching 46%. Among the countries that provided military aid against Israel in 1967 was Saudi Arabia, which gives us a clue as to why this conflict happened now. Several years earlier, the United Arab Emirates officially announced that it was normalizing its relationship with Israel, which Palestinians saw as a stab in the back. Recently, Saudi Arabia also sought to normalize their relationship with Israel, even though they declared this won't happen until an occupation of Palestine continues. Experts theorize that Hamas attacked because they were afraid that Saudi Arabia's normalization of the relationship with Israel would challenge Palestinians' desire to establish an independent state. But that's not the only reason. On September 17th, Israeli troops attacked Muslims praying in Al-Aqsa Mosque, which is an important holy site for both the Jews and Muslims, trying to make way for Israeli settlers to enter the mosque on the last day of the Jewish holiday Rosh Hashanah. Palestinians perceived this act as a desecration, hence the name of the operation Al-Aqsa Flood.
It is a battle for Al-Aqsa Mosque.
This was an act of sheer evil. More than 1,000 civilians slaughtered, not just killed, slaughtered.
The world is divided in two on the issue. Arabic nations support Palestine, while the US and other Western countries are backing the Israeli cause, offering humanitarian aid to Israel, and also sending an aircraft carrier and several missile destroyers to the eastern Mediterranean to protect Israel, in case Iran or another militant group, Hezbollah, based in Lebanon, decide to intervene. Now, Israel is deploying a massive number of troops near the Gaza Strip, the stronghold of Hamas, and is likely preparing for a ground invasion. The conflict has been going for decades, and with the renewed spark of brutality, one thing is certain: the Middle East will never be the same.